Something just came in the mail that I've been waiting on for months, and it's really, really cool. Let's take a look. Okay, what I have here is Amazing Spider-Man 134 from 1974 that puts this book in the Bronze Age of comics. The artist was John Romita Sr., and the writer was Jerry Conway. So this is just so awesome. I went to the Heroes Con convention in Charlotte, North Carolina this year, as I always do, and I usually get a bunch of books graded. This year, I just got one graded and signed by the writer, Jerry Conway. Now, I knew this book wasn't gonna be a 9.8, but I was hoping to get the 9.0. 8.5 is still pretty good though, because right after 8.5 is the 9.0. So I didn't quite get into the nines, but I still really, really love this book. I think this is so awesome to have. This Jerry Conway signature is so cool, and I love this cover. This is John Romita Sr. at his peak. He's one of my favorite all-time artists, and he absolutely killed it here. I really love the character of Tarantula. This is his first appearance. The keys on this issue are, it's the first appearance of Tarantula. It's actually the second appearance of the Punisher. Now, some people argue that it's just a cameo of the Punisher because it's on the last page. That can be argued. I look at this as the second appearance of the Punisher, which I think is just really, really cool to have in the collection. And this is also when Harry Osborn discovers Spider-Man's identity, which is kind of another cool little plot point that happens in here. In high grade raw, this book goes for about $210. Now, in this condition, at an 8.5, without the signature, you'd be looking at about $150. However, I don't think Jerry Conway's signatures are like super abundant compared to some other writers, and I think it does add a good amount of value. So I think we're looking at $250 to $300 in value of this book with the Jerry Conway signature. If that's not right, let me know what you think. I tried to look it up on eBay, and I did not get very many comparable results that had already been sold or were selling for this book signed by Jerry Conway. So that's the best I can do to kind of estimate the value on this book. But, you know, to me, it's not about the value. It's just about having something really, really cool in the collection. And that's what this is. Now, quickly, who is the Tarantula? You know I love wacky villains on this channel, and I think the Tarantula is absolutely one, with these spikes on his feet that he uses to attack and also stick into walls and all kinds of other stuff. The Tarantula's actual name is Anton Miguel Rodriguez. He's a revolutionary in South America who basically gets recruited by his government as a state-sponsored enforcer. Things don't go perfectly in that role. He ends up having to leave his country, comes to America, and takes up a life of crime. One of the first things he does is he tries to hijack the Hudson River cruise liner, which is what you're seeing right here. And of course, Spider-Man and the Punisher are there to kind of thwart that plan. But yeah, altogether, this is just a really cool book. I love the fact that I finally have Jerry Conway's signature in my collection. He is such a prolific writer in the comic book industry. It's just really cool to have a signed key issue like this, especially when it's John Romita Sr. art, one of my favorite all-time artists from the Silver and Bronze Age. And yeah, I'm just super, super happy to have this awesome new graded comic in my collection.